Okay, let's get started. We are playing with the Molten Drama Eye Palette. It is an exclusive to Sephora in the US, but I hope that you pick up some tips and tricks so you can see if you have any shades similar to this, what you can do with them to create a look. And I'm gonna create this look with my eyes, which are a little bit hooded, a little bit wrinkly, lots of smile lines, a little bit deep set and all the rest. So hope you find this video helpful. What I always do before I start any powder shadows is I set my eye look with a base. And I have been loving Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks. So I am actually going to use a color called Taupe eyeshadow. I really like the hint of warmth in this shade. I want to neutralize a little bit of the pink in my eye. I don't want it to be too ashy. So, and it is a matte. So I like starting off with a matte base for the most of my looks. And it creates just a soft warmth. So this is Taupe Longwear Cream Shadow. And almost all of the products I'm using, if not all, in today's video are Bobbi Brown products. So this is Longwear Cream Shadow Stick as a base to start off. Now we're gonna jump into the powders. So I like to keep my videos as realistic as possible so that you can truly do the looks yourself. I'm gonna choose a nice all over base color, and I'm going to apply my base color from my crease into my brow bone. I don't like putting a matte powder base on top of cream shadow along my lower lid because I'm really gonna wanna play up a punch of color. So instead what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that this fair light color in the palette is on my brow bone and into my crease so that when I do go to apply powders, my skin is becoming a lot looser, and then this way when I go to put powders on, the powder and color will blend on a smoother surface. So you do need a touch of a light color all over if you want to have a nice blended eye look. Now, and that's just using a small little eye blender brush. It's a fluffy little brush. The next brush I'm going to go into is just a simple eyeshadow brush. You know, the black handle was a limited edition at the time. They come now more in this light wood color, but I'm sure many of you have at home a similar brush. This is called an eyeshadow brush. And I think from inspiration from my sweater, I'm gonna choose something that has this little bit of burgundy tone in it. And that color is called, Lost Treasure? Lost Treasure? Ooh, oh no, Steel Orchid. That sounds much better. Steel Orchid. So I'm going to just take this color and apply it gently along my lower lash line. And you can see the beautiful pigment that pops up. And I just used a very small amount and blended that up to the crease. I love wearing colors on my eye. You know, I have a blue eye. I can, you know, obviously do grays and browns and neutrals, but when you play up with, you know, an orchid tone like this, it really brings out the color of your actual eye. So if you have a brown eye, a green eye, a blue eye, really deep brown eyes, this color will be gorgeous on you. So you can see how beautiful applying this color is. And again, the pigment. So I just went into the palette once, and now I'm blending it on top of the Longwear Cream Shadow, blending it back and forth, and really just with my eye open, making sure that it's blended into that crease. Now, I want to make sure that also my eyeshadow application helps to elongate or open up my eyes. So I don't want my eyeshadow to stop short. So I'm just going to make sure, see here, the shadow comes out a little bit further and up to the bottom of my brow bone. I don't want to bring it up too high, but this way then I'm making sure that I'm helping to open up my eye by bringing color up to the base of my brow bone, and then also blending it the whole time with my eyes open. So you can see how little pigment I actually needed to create that look. Now, before I go any further, you can go back and use your fluffy brush I like to call it my blank brush. And I'm just gonna, again, take some of this light color. I'm just taking a little bit of this light. There's a little bit of a shimmer in there, which I like the vibe of. And I'm just going to blend back and forth where I applied the Orchid color so that it looks nice and blended. I don't want to have a harsh line where I created that Orchid on my brow bone. I want to have it look nice and diffused and have it sort of almost look like it's melting into the skin. So this is a big trick, is just taking a lighter color over that edge and really softly, because as we get older, our skin becomes looser, and so you don't want to have a lot of pressure on your skin, because then it won't blend the shadow. So again, I'm just blending with a light color, and then that way I'm really going to get a pretty haze of color versus a chunk of color sitting on my eyes. Now I'm going to go to a black ink liner. It's interesting, I was working with a lot of women this past week, and they didn't know about Longwear gel eyeliner from Bobbi Brown, and a lot of women were using pencils. So I had them all try this, and they all fell in love. So if you have had a hard time with rimming your eyes, lining your eyes, you know, it's almost like riding a bike. Using black ink Longwear gel eyeliner, now I can't imagine my eye makeup without it. It comes in a range of shades. I tend to go to the black or the espresso. So it's a black or a brown, and I just rim my eyes with the black ink. So by looking sort of up my nose per se, I am not blocking my vision when I line my eyes. And then I'm going to just extend my liner out to meet where my crease meets the bottom of my eye. And then I'm just going to bring it back in a little bit. And because I already have such big eyes, I'm just going to tap the liner along my lash line very gently, and making sure that, you know, my liner goes the whole way across my eye. Working with Longwear gel liner, it's almost like working with a stick of room temperature butter, maybe even a little colder, like it's been out of the fridge for 20 minutes. It really is very malleable. You can blend it. You can really, you know, go back and smudge it. It is an amazing product. You do need to use a smaller brush with it. I love using, it's called an ultra precise eyeliner brush, because that way I get a nice thin line very easily. And I am just going along again my whole my upper lash line, and making sure I've got a full line and going along the whole way. And you can see here on the outer corner, I did make the liner a little bit thicker to help lift up the end of my eyes. If you're not sure if your liner, you know, is pulling your eye down, a little trick that I do is I always have a few Q-tips on me, and I am going to just take a little bit of eye cream with my Q-tip and pull out the end of the eyeliner so that I make sure that it's going out, not down. So again, I'm going to take just a Q-tip with a little bit of eye cream, and I'm going to pull it out, and you can see that natural line even that could be created. Now I don't want to go quite that far, because the look I'm creating is, you know, a wearable dramatic eye, not a, you know, crazy intense eye. So I do like having a Q-tip also, just to sort of clean up any fallout that may have happened. But with that Longwear cream shadow stick base, I get very little fallout from any shadows. So what we're going to do now is I want to sort of amp up the look, and I'm going to take some of this beautiful, this is called Love on the Rock Chrome Metallic. I'm going to take some actually with my finger, and I'm going to just gently then take that color and press it on top of my Orchid color. And I'm going to get that gorgeous sort of chrome effect. And I'm going to apply it more on that inner half of my eye versus the outer half, because you always want to have your eye makeup go lighter into darker from the inner corner. This way you're going to help open up the eyes, bring them up and out, and look, you know, again, have that beautiful eye makeup, but have it not look like it's dragging you down, and it's gonna look really pretty. So you can see that nice haze of lighter into richer at the crease is beautiful. So I'm now curious to play with this huge bar of color. So I'm just gonna take my same eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna just blend a little bit of it into my crease. There's so much pigment. So I'm just blending this color back and forth in the crease and getting a really nice sort of warm wash of color. And then I can sort of pull back and look, you know, are my eye shapes, the eye makeup I'm applying, enhancing both eyes? You know, my eyes are different eye shapes, and I need to make sure that the makeup enhances them and helps almost make them look more similar versus not. So this is my squishier eye. So I'm gonna bring the shadow up a little bit higher onto the brow bone to help give it the appearance of being up. Now don't forget to go back every time you've blended, you know, or added color into your crease, go back with your blank brush, as I like to say, and blend, 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 and blend, blend, blend over top. And you're just gonna make sure that it's haze. This is also why I like doing my brows after a dramatic eye, because right now my brush is going over my brows. So with a look this dramatic, I definitely want to make sure I go tons of mascara. So I was just looking for my lash curler, which I don't know where it is. So if you have a lash curler, go there. I am now going to go for Smokey Eye Mascara. And, you know, I have a saying, if you're not sure if you have enough mascara on, go for more. So I love lots of mascara. I would probably do mascara for definitely a few minutes, but I don't want to waste up too much of our time. So I'll complete the other eye with mascara. Now, a little trick I get asked a lot is, you know, what do I do with my bottom liner? I've got deeper set eyes. What I do like to do is do a soft haze of color along the bottom lash line. So here I can use a little bit of the Orchid. I could use some of this warmer tone color, which is called Rock Steady Eyeshadow, and just take a small amount with, I love this brush, it's a smoky eyeliner brush. And I'm just gonna run this along my lower lash line. So I do get a little bit of fallout from the liner from above. So this way it's just creating a nice haze of color. And then I had a lot of people ask me, do you put mascara along the bottom? Yes, if you have liner or shadow there, just swish it along the lash line versus, you know, curling it so that you don't want little spider legs hanging out underneath your eye. And then this way you just get a soft definition. So I do like mascara if you have a little bit of liner there. I don't love mascara on a blank under eye. I find it can look a little too whatever that is. So I will post a final look. I hope you found this helpful, maybe picked up a few tips of your own with shades that you may already have at home. And if not, know that you can pick up this Molten Drama Eye Palette from Sephora in the US. I'm in love with it. We're going on holiday soon, so I'm gonna be taking this with me because it's super fun, but also I love the range of easy playable colors, even for an everyday look. And these sort of bronze, coppery tones I think will be gorgeous going into summer too. So huge hugs, thank you for watching, and I'll post a final pic. Bye.